Hi. 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 Hello. Hi. 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 Bang, 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 bang. Bang, 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 me, bang, bang. Bang, 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 bang. Yeah, sorry, I'm Chinese today. I disappeared for a couple days and now I'm back and I'm Chinese. Like sometimes it happens, okay? Sometimes a girl needs to vanish into the wilderness for a couple days and then come back a little bit more Chinese about it. It's okay. Look, it's part of the cycle of girlhood. I feel bad. Okay, so like I had a very busy week last week and I had a lot planned and I had a lot that I was gonna do and then I had like a 5-day stress headache come on, and so all of the really cool stuff I was gonna do mostly ended up not happening. That's so cool. So that's epic. Okay, so like literally I think I've mentioned this before. It's like so I'm like massaging my like eyebrow muscles. I'm like not joking. I've like pulled my eyebrow muscles, and so now if I experience a little bit too much sadness, I get to be in pain for like multiple days about it. It's so epic. It's so cool. I'm a little bummed because I was gonna hang out with Ume last week, but now we're gonna do stuff this week. It's okay. Remember guys, lay sigh, we cringe on. Sometimes you don't get to do any of the things that you were planning on doing, and that's okay. It's okay. Amen, brother. Clamps clothespins on your face. I feel like I need Botox, but not in an old lady way, but like in a they need to freeze my face so I can't make expressions of pain or sorrow or stress. And then if we can prevent that, I'll never get another headache ever again. Ever. But how are you guys? How have you guys been? What have you been up to? I made my Discord server watch all of the amazing digital circus last night. Um, I so I've noticed this about myself. I'm a bit of a noticer. I really like rage baiting myself. I like I can't I can't stop myself from from pissing myself off. If you give me any sort of free will, I will find a way to like access whatever information or piece of anything that's going to upset me the most. I am like designed in a lab to upset myself. It is so much worse the second time. Okay, because the second time, sorry, I want to talk a lot about the amazing digital circus. I'm sorry, I'm gonna be complaining a lot. Because the second time, you like really notice how much of that show is characters literally standing around. Like we make this fantastical setting of like inside a computer and like what sort of adventures can happen inside a computer, but then like 70% of the show is characters literally standing around. It would be like if in Mario, instead of Mario jumping all the time, Mario stood around and then waxed poetic about his about his lot in life. It's Mario on the escalator. Can we make that show where instead of Mario jumping, it's Mario on the escalator? Oh, and then can we put in the Evangelion elevator scene? Do you know what I'm talking about? There's a very famous scene in Evangelion where Asuka and Rei are in an elevator together, and then it's just 40 seconds of silence. That is so epic. Hi, welcome. I am very Chinese today, I'm sorry. What a good scene. I love when nothing happens. Well, I say hello to everybody because I do appreciate you guys all being here. I feel really bad in general for, I don't know, like, flaking the whole last week. I had to like cancel on everybody. I had like multiple things going on last week and I had to cancel like all of them because I kept being like, no, today's the day where it gets better. My head is going my head is going to stop hurting and then I'm gonna get to hang out with my friends, and then I didn't get to do that. It was so cool. That's so cool. Hello, welcome in Tater Soup, welcome in Richard, welcome in Benedetto, welcome in Southwest, welcome in Carbonation, welcome in Soul Bad Guy, welcome in Kubi, welcome in Dexno, welcome in Dio, welcome in Souffle Finnick, welcome in White Dragoon, welcome in Digitizer, welcome in Sayoshi, welcome in IPO, welcome in Ben, welcome in Mumbo Jumbo, welcome in Reflex, welcome in Cecil, welcome in Tail, welcome in Pascal. Yeah, Mario, why do you jump? Maybe, for a moment, I just feel like reaching to the sky. Damn, that's literally it. You literally did it. That's literally like modern dialogue and fucking everything now. It's frankly, to be frank, it's a little inescapable. Okay, so since nobody's here and it's really early on, can I just say this? Okay. Because, you know, it's just like you and me right now, and like, this is private, and like nobody will even hear what we're saying right now, right? But I think some of these writers that are writing some of this stuff, they needed somebody at some point, at any step of the process, to tell them it wasn't very good, you know? Because I think sometimes, and it's mean, and it sounds mean, but sometimes you need a real, like, kick in the balls to be like, what the fuck are you doing? Mario doesn't talk like that. This is the Bing Bing Wahoo guy. Why is he talking about this? Why is he doing this? But you know, I feel like we're missing that ingredient of you have to overcome doing and writing exactly what you want to do, and instead you have to like account for how other people might take the things that you're writing, because you know, even if a work is very personal, you still have to consider like, okay, so this is really personal to me and this is really important to me, but how is somebody that's not me going to react to this? Are they going to be invested the same amount that I'm invested? If I kill off this character in episode 2 and then I position it like you should be really sad about it, is the audience actually going to be sad? Or am I sad because it's my character and it's very important to me, but the outsiders might not have the same level of investment? Yeah, also, I think I should sell like 1 billion plushies. Are you the only person in the audience as the author? Sometimes I wonder if they are. And like, that's fine. I've literally written things just for myself, only to experience by myself. It is a little interesting to do when you're trying to make something presumably for a wider audience, but it's cool, it's fine. Nobody can stop you, King. But I want to say hello to you guys. Sorry, I ended up talking to myself. I'm so good at talking to myself. My favorite conversation partner, myself. Who's my favorite person to talk to? Oh my god, myself. I think, yeah, okay. I think this is really important for all creatives, and like any industry, all creatives. There has to be somebody to tell the creative no. And I know that sounds counterintuitive, because we have these great creative people, and they have stories that they want to tell, and they have messages that they want to express to the world. But I think it always needs like a little bit of pruning. Like, even, this is gonna sound corny as fuck, but like even the prettiest garden, you could prune it a little bit. You could clean up some stuff a little bit. There's no harm in trying to really get things exact so that it comes across the way you actually want it to come across. Yeah, sometimes you gotta kill some stuff. Yeah, even the prettiest pubes need a little bit of trimming. True. No. Are you really a jungle enjoyer? Does this guy really go to the jungle? Do you really think? I don't know. But hello, welcome Miriaki, welcome in Richard Simpleton, welcome in Ben, welcome in Zero, welcome in Fujinon, welcome in... who else is here? Sorry, I got so busy talking to myself. Can you just like raise your hand if I didn't say hello to you yet? Hi, Seventh God. Hi, DM. Hi. Sorry, I get really caught up talking to Zuzu Mizuchi, VTuber. Hi, L4 Man. Hi, Shafting Muffin. Hi, Flip Flap. Thank you. I had a 3D artist make me new hair because I can't really do the like... Okay, I don't know if you've seen how this shit works in 3D programs. But making hair is really scary, and you shouldn't do it. and I don't recommend. And yeah, it's kind of like esoteric magic, and the people that I see are really good at it. Like, they have some... You know what it is? It's like technomancy. It's like if the computer was magic, and they know the like secret incantations and techniques in order to bend the computer to their will. If you don't know technomancy, you can't do 3D modeling, okay? Yeah, you have to appease the machine's spirit, or luck will not come to you. Computers kind of are like magic. Nickel Curry, welcome in. Hi. Great Overwishes, welcome in. Billy Mayonnaise, welcome in. Mimikyu Man, welcome in. Bananero, welcome in. Mexifemism, welcome in. More Cowbell, welcome in. Hi. Hi. Delicious, welcome in. Hi. Have you ever tried to do one of those Blender donut tutorials? Because even that is really hard. You're starting to quote Warhammer. See, the thing is, Warhammer is such a non-point in my life that if I accidentally quote Warhammer, I couldn't even tell you what part was quoting Warhammer because I don't think about Warhammer. if something is referencing your niche special interest, it's completely accidental and I don't actually care. I'm sorry. Like, I see the appeal of Warhammer on the like painting the little figurines side. I think that's a cute hobby. That's cute. I've seen people like make the armor really shiny and stuff, and it also kind of reminds me of like when I was a kid. I used to watch my dad paint. He wouldn't paint Warhammer, but he would paint like he would paint Roman soldiers, or he would paint like ninjas for miniature stuff. So I guess it's kind of like that, and that's sort of nice to watch. And sometimes he would take me to the hobby stores. Usually he would go to the like train hobbyist stores, because a lot of the train stores, not only did they have like train stuff, but you could get like diorama goods. So like you get like the tiny moss and the tiny trees and like little roof tiles and like tiny building kits. Basically I like dioramas. I think small things are really good. Basically what I'm saying is Warhammer is playing with dolls, and you like playing with dolls, and you like making doll houses, and I think that's epic. I think it's so cool that you also like playing with dolls. That is epic, thank you. See? Yes, and I think it is Giga Chad to be yes and. Especially when someone's like, isn't that for children? Isn't this hobby for children? And then you can just be like, yeah. And what about that? Are you gonna stop me? The boy dollies. Okay, I don't know if I would say it like that. No, I don't I don't know if I would say it like that. Children can't afford a 2K point army. Okay, but also children can't even afford Legos anymore. Legos have become another millennial only hobby. They literally priced the kids out of Legos. Like that one's supposed to be for them. You know, like I don't mind if it's actual miniatures and stuff like ball jointed dolls and, you know, high-end stuff where it's like really not actually meant for children. But I think it's kind of sad that the kids don't even get the Legos anymore. Why would people be upset about My Little Pony? The bronies have existed for forever. Well, the thing, okay, what I think is interesting about the whole like brony subculture is it was basically a bunch of mostly Western English-speaking world kind of guys that were excited over what was essentially a moe cute girls doing cute things anime. And I thought that was really fascinating. It was like a bunch of American dudes essentially experiencing K-On! For the first time, but it was horses. Someone really should have told them about like K-On! Noticing. I'm always noticing. My brain is always doing pattern recognition. Of course, okay, like, okay, but then there were some guys that were, like, really weird about it, and they started fucking the horse dolls and plushies. But, you know, I do feel like, and I'm not a guy, so I can't, like, really scientifically go into this, but I do sometimes feel like the wires get crossed, and for some guys, they'll be like, well, I love Fluttershy. She's my favorite character from My Little Pony. And then the wire gets crossed, and you're like, I need to have sex with Fluttershy from My Little Pony. You know, I think it's very easy for for it all to get really, really mixed up. I know you love Fluttershy, My Little Pony. Hi, Chibikura, welcome in, hi. It happens with VTubers, true. I mean, it happens with any, like, beautiful creature thing. It happens with, like, I'm trying to think who would be a weird... I don't know, do you have any, like, anime girls that you like where you're like, ah, I feel like this is a socially unacceptable anime girl for me to have sex with? This one... Yeah, that one's a bit of a problematic pick. Yeah. Snail, okay. Tuning the streams, and the streamer is saying some unhinged shit. Unfortunately, that's sort of VTubers at large. You're my social interaction for the week, and so I have to use you as a bouncing board for everything. Which one is socially acceptable? Let me think. Samus Metroid, I think, is a very socially acceptable waifu pick. Hi Zachary, hi King Orzik, welcome in, hi. Okay, no exposed skin, but she does wear the skin tight bodysuit, and that counts for something. I've been told my waifu is basic. Who is it? Who's your ultimate waifu of all time? Hestia. Yeah, like, you know, it's not the most crazy I've ever heard. It's definitely on the plain side. You know, it's really like, alright, what if we had a cute girl? And hear me out, guys. Okay, stay with me. Everyone stay with me. We got a cute girl. And then we put huge breasts on it. Nobody's ever thought about this one before. I'm in. See, that's the thing. It's like there's nothing wrong with vanilla. Like vanilla is a popular flavor because it appeals to a lot of different palates. Yeah, and you know what? Let's really mix this up today. We're really gonna get a little bit spicy with it. Put her in twin tails. Put those twin tails on. Butter ribbon. Okay. Yeah, let's put some chocolate sauce on this. Like really, truly, I think it is so much better in some ways to be vanilla than to be the guy where it's like, yeah, I only like really esoteric waifus. I'll only accept a waifu if she's really esoteric and niche. Today's color is... Aw, man. No, I just showered. Is it really another lavender one? Okay, well, that's fine. Yeah, today I'm wearing lavender again. I have so many pairs of lavender. In case anyone doesn't notice the huge boobs, let's add that ribbon to the frame. True. We really need to draw your eye to the huge boobs. She had to look. I don't remember what panties I'm wearing. You know that tiny girl from Angel's Egg? Yeah, I guess you wouldn't. My favorite niche character, well, also I really like Honey and Clover, but I really like Kagu from Honey and Clover. And that was a very like load-bearing character for me as a young person growing up. No, I did not say Honey and Clover. That would be a crazy show. That would be a little scary, maybe. Although honestly, like, okay, I was trying to look for an anime site like last week, and I got so frustrated. I was like, I don't even care anymore, bro. I'm over it. If it takes me longer than like 15 minutes to find one where it doesn't take 10 minutes to load, it's over. I'm over it. I know, I'm sorry. I do the thing that a lot of young people fall into the trap of, where I don't like torrenting. Could I torrent? Yeah, sure I could. Do I like it? No. Well, okay, and the other thing, and this is my whole thing with torrenting, and like things in general before I know if I'm gonna like it, like it feels weird, like it feels like it's putting the cart before the horse. If I'm like, okay, I'm gonna torrent all of this anime. What if I don't like it? And now I'm just stuck with it. Thank you for the 10 months resub. Thank you, Soul. I really appreciate it. You can torrent just the first few episodes, I guess. But it's one of those things where it's like, I would rather, you know, if I'm downloading it, I'd rather download it all in one go. And then I also, I don't know, it's like a weird, it's probably just a weird mental hang-up of mine where I'm like, oh, but I'm wasting my time. Oh, but this is wasting my precious hours of my life. We are Chinese today. Yes, we are Chinese and also cringe. Yes. Yes. Well, hi, Rodrigo. Hi, Thunder Dragon. Hi. We gotta maximize that grind set. No, I hate rising and I hate grinding. Every day I wake up and I'm like, again? I did this shit yesterday. And now you want me to do it again? We just did this. We just did this whole routine. Ridiculous, ridiculous. Well, see, if my lobster was too buttery, it would be bad because I'm allergic to lobster. Frankly, it doesn't actually matter how much butter you put on the lobster, I would still be allergic to the lobster. It might help conceal some of the flavor, but it will, unfortunately, at the end of the day, still be lobster. Come on, Paz, welcome in. Hi. I freaking like lobster. I do too. All lobster, I'm allergic to all shellfish. So lobsters and shrimp and crabs and oysters and scallops and all that shit. It's so unlucky, and I learned this the hard way a couple years ago. If you buy imitation crab, there's still a little more, it's less imitation crab and it's more like leftover pieces of various fish, including crab and shrimp and lobster, clumped into like a hot dog. So there's still, depending on what brand of imitation crab you're getting, it's like 1 to 10% crab, which doesn't really work if you have allergies. Yeah, no, it's literally like a seafood hot dog. I'm a hot dog. What are you made out of? What are your various meats? Is anyone excited about the Splatoon game coming out next month? I haven't, like, even from Splatoon heads, I haven't heard anyone be excited, and I'm kind of worried nobody's gonna get it. I'm gonna have to carry this entire franchise on my back. It's a seafood allergy dirty bomb. Exactly! Thank you for brushing my hair. Welcome, Lunar. Yeah, it's basically discount crowd. It's sort of like, I thought this was the most clever thing of all time. So, it's really fascinating because they rebranded like synthetic leather into being vegan leather because being animal conscious is very cool and hip, and you know, it's a very socially conscious thing to do. But the vegan leather, they're not making vegan leather because they really care about the animals, you know? They're making quotation mark vegan leather products because plastic is easier to manufacture than like actual leather is. But you know, I gotta tip my little hat to the marketing sometimes where I'm like, okay, that's kind of clever though. That one will definitely get him. Don't have a Switch 2. I don't... Like, if I didn't get given a Switch 2, I probably wouldn't have a Switch 2 myself because... There's no games! There's like 3 games on the Switch and one of them is like open world Mario Kart. Which... I've never dreamed of open world Mario Kart. Maybe I'm a crazy person, but I've never been like, oh yeah. What if instead of Choco Mountain, it was Choco Country, and the whole region was the Chocolate Mountain? Like, no. Yeah, I'm not really sure who the target audience is. It really felt like one of those things where they're like, guys, the people love open worlds. And they also like Mario Kart. We gotta make open world Mario Kart. Well, I just don't know if you can make like an open world kart racer and have it be like a fun experience the whole time. Because you have to remember that like some games are fun because of the guardrails essentially, and in the case of a kart racer, it would be because literally there are guardrails. Like, kart racers are fun in part, and especially in my opinion Mario Kart, because you're in these like incredibly themed environments where you have special things exclusive to this themed environment happen, and I'm not really sure how you would replicate that to the same level in an open world kart racer. Like, I wanna be in the spooky ghost level where spooky ghost stuff happens. I don't want it to be like, and this is the spooky ghost area, and at the end of the spooky ghost area we have the booze house dungeon, where we race in the booze house dungeon. Like, it's Mario Kart. You don't have to you don't have to make it become like, I don't know, like Legend of Zelda or something. Oh yeah, can we get some open world Waluigi pinball? Yeah, pull that shit up, bro. Yes, this is the Boo Boss race. Open world kart racer needs single player focus. Yeah, but that's like a lot of work and stuff. Hi, welcome in Drunk Chimera. Hi! I hope you're having a good Monday. I hope your Monday hasn't been that menhera. Mine's been a little bit menhera. It's okay. I would say it's been like average amount of menhera. When you bring your daughter to Shen Yun in cosplay. I can't believe Shen Yun rejected me. Of all places. This sucks. Nobody's hiring. Hi, Green Blob, welcome. Did you know that Chen Yun is a cult, actually? It's like some hyper Chinese nationalist cult. It's not just about the pretty dances. Everything good in life is cults. And I think that's kind of messed up. I love a good cult. Have you ever been recruited for a cult? What if like the cults don't want you? What do you do then? Like I've I've gone through like really sad periods of my life where I've been like, oh, maybe I should join the nunnery. Like I've legit had that for more than a passing thought where I was like, you know what would fix me? You know what could make this turn all around? Is like becoming a nun. But becoming a nun is actually really, really hard. You have to be like an apprentice nun for years, and then they can reject you. And then it's like, okay, so I just wasted years of my life. Not even God wants me. Okay. Like I don't like, what does it do to a person? I felt like it was too much risk. Where do you go when like literally God has rejected you? Yeah, at least most cults will take anyone. Well, because usually what they're after is your money. Your money. Or sometimes, you know, it could be a sex cult. I don't know, I feel like maybe the sex cults, I imagine it's a little bit more rigorous who they're picking, because like, I mean, you don't want ugly people in your sex cult, right? Like, is having a sex cult admirable if it's a collection of not hotties? It's kind of like, you know, a lot of people get those like, oh, what if I had a harem of girls? Ooh, I'm so jealous of anime guys because they got that harem of girls all in love with them. And it's like, sure, in anime that's great because all anime girls are like default level cute baseline. But like, I don't know if that would be as impressive if you have a harem of girls and they're... Yeah. You know? I don't know. It's called owning a dentist's office. Really? Are dentists known for going around and canoodling everyone? Is that what they... That's kind of real. Is that real? Lace Ivy cringe on. That was my response to the Amazing Digital Circus finale. I don't know. Cece, have you watched it yet? Did you watch it? I watched it yesterday. And now I'm full we cringe on mode. Harems just sound like so much work. It's a lot of work. Imagine keeping one woman happy. Now imagine keeping 6 women happy. I don't know if most people can pull that off. And they have to be happy too. I know a lot of like, you know those like sister wife shows where it's like a Mormon guy and he's got like a bunch of wives and stuff? I know the way the way the real dogs do it is, okay, let's say you have a wife and you're a chill, I don't know, guy, and you want to have 5 wives, but right now you only got 2. What you do is you get one of your honeys pregnant, and then while she's all big and round being pregnant, you start looking on the prowl for new young meat. Who else can we add to this collection? and then while the others are busy incubating, you just add more. They can also be fearful or obsessed or mentally deficient. Mentally deficient is a really big one to look for. The less questions she likes to ask, the better. And the less people that care about her outside of her home, also the better. Yeah, write that down, write that down. I have so much, girl advice that if you follow, you get arrested. Yeah, I rewatched the Amazing Digital Circus finale, and I made the mistake of interacting with, like, one post about the finale on Twitter, and now I have to see endless posts from 14-year-olds that are like, yeah, I can tell you guys were just not ready for an intellectually stimulating work like The Amazing Digital Circus, you know, where they have really complicated characters with with really deep and difficult to follow backstories. It's really complicated. You need a really high IQ to understand The Amazing Digital Circus. Hi, Deja Vu, welcome in. Hi. Hi. Yeah, you just don't get Jax the way I get Jax. You see, Jax was very, very sad, okay? Like very sad. And so it was really important that we focused the entire second half of the show on how very sad this character was, because it's very important. Oh, what's that? What's that? You wanted to know about the actual backstory of why they're in the Amazing Digital Circus? You want to know about any other characters? But could I tell you a little bit more about how Jax is really, really sad? I've also seen quite a few posts where people are like, Jax is literally what happens to you when people don't give you enough support. And I'm like, I hope not. I hope that's not literally what happens to you. And the off chance that you're living in the world where people aren't, like, super nice to you. I hope you don't just become a bully to everybody around you and make people so uncomfortable they literally kill themselves instead of wanting to spend time with you. I hope that is not something within your capabilities. That sucks if it is, I guess. That's rough. Jax is what happens when you don't sort it out. I don't know. Maybe I just don't get mad in that way. Sorry, I guess I don't really... I'm not like you. I internalize. When I think the world hates me and everybody hates me, I, like, sadly bow my head and I'm like, yeah. I'm garbage. I shouldn't go outside ever again, and nobody should ever see me, and nobody should ever talk to me again. I don't really have I don't really have the like, ooh, I'm gonna be mean to you now. The world was mean to me, and now I'm mean to the world. I don't know. I just feel like that's sort of lame. Like, because okay, here's my thought process with it. Let me thinking face. So if I'm upset because I think the world is a really mean place and people are mean to each other, and that aspect about the world makes me upset because people aren't supportive and people aren't nice and people don't care about you, why would I want to, as a person, like, contribute to that? Wouldn't it make more sense to be like, well, yeah, the world is rough. Why don't I try to make it a little bit less scary for other people? Because if it's difficult for me, maybe it's difficult for this guy over here. If you can't fight him, join him. But I'm not fighting them either. I just want to make people happy. Is unpopular opinion. Unpopular opinion. Oh, when other people are happy when they're around me, it makes me happy. Oh, yeah, sorry, that one might not be popular. I don't think we like that one. Hi, Achibaka. Hi, Auntie as a welcome in. Hi. Hi, hi, hi. Yeah, his death montage was still him being an asshole to literally everybody. and then we have to play Isn't She Beautiful? And I'm watching it and I'm like, no! Wrong! Isn't she lovely? Where? Where's the lovely parts? She wants to spread joy instead of misery. Get her out! No! I'm sorry! Alright, I'll be like you guys. What's up, fart faces? Wow, looking stinky today. When was the last time you showered? Or changed your boxers? Ew! Why do they have holes in them? That's disgusting. Phalanx, thank you for the follow, by the way. I appreciate it. Did you like that? That really hurt me, yeah? When your self-insert character is evil, insufferable, and irredeemable, what do you mean by that? It's fascinating. Really makes you wonder. Makes you think, bro. You're so Chinese, thank you. I've become more Chinese than ever. You know, it's right before 4th of July, and I think it's really good to get out my Chinese feelings before we celebrate 4th of July. Do you know more boxers? Oh. What do you... Actually, I don't want to know. I started to ask and then I was like, oh, what if it's like a scary alternative? You know, like my biggest takeaway from all of it is like, it's not uncommon for creators to like kind of get taken over by their creation. Like, you know how the Rent-A-Girlfriend mangaka is in love with his main female love interest, and like he's in love with her, and he's explicitly said that like he sees himself as being in a relationship with her. I think I think it can be really easy to like look at your creation and instead of like this Frankenstein's monster like I'm afraid of you, it's like you've created your mind's perfect ideal and now you like can't separate yourself from it. Get rid of that low quality of woman to fall in love with. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if she's low quality and he sucks. The only thing that matters is the creator is obsessed with her. I'm pretty sure he went through a period where he was like drawing her. Like he would go to places and then like draw her and then like that was like mentally like they went there together. It's not even that he wants to marry the stripper because he made the stripper. I guess it's more like marrying Frankenstein's monster where you're Frankenstein and you fall in love with your monster. Name a better love story. Can we make this happen? We call that the Pygmalion complex. Ooh, I didn't know that there was a term for it. Wait, let me Google this. Ooh, I want to be smart girl. Wait, Pygmalion complex. Wait. Is this when you fall in love with like your creation? Pygmalion complex. Psychological phenomenon. Wherein higher expectations lead to improved performance. Huh. What does it have to do with when you make something and then fall in love with the thing that you make? What is it? Okay, what do we call the effect when you fall in love with Pigma from Star Fox? So what do we call the effect of when you make a self-insert character and the self-insert character isn't meant to be the main character of the series, but because you become obsessed with your self-insert character, you start to give them more focus than all the other characters in your show, and the main character of your show actually becomes a secondary character, and the final episode of your show just revolves around your self-insert character. And then you have the main character of your show hug your self-insert character and try to comfort them. What do you what do you call that effect? How do we stop that from happening? I don't know. That's scary. It just happened. You can watch it on YouTube. You can watch it on Tubi. Who are you talking about? Amazing Digital Circus? Okay, so for context, the main character of Amazing Digital Circus is supposed to be Pomni, who's the clown girl. Maybe you've seen her in Fortnite, where she's a little bit cheeked up in Fortnite. But then, about halfway through the show, we realize we don't really know anything about this Pomni character at all. But we're sure learning more and more about this Jax fellow. And we're getting multiple episodes on how this Jax fellow might have more to them than meets the eye. And even when the show ends, we don't really get to learn anything much of all of substance about this supposed main character Pomni. Nor did you even learn a whole lot about what you thought was the main plot of the series. You kind of just ended up learning only about this Jax guy. Yeah, Pomni's sort of like a silent protagonist. Pomni's whole purpose is to be a vessel in which exposition is mouthed off to. Yeah, I was sort of wondering that also because, like... And I know the answer to all of this is, well, Zuzu, the writing isn't very good. There's no need to question why, but I can't help it! I have lots of questions! Because Pomni starts off and she's really anxious and she's really scared and nothing makes sense to her. And, you know, I was kind of hoping that we could maybe learn about this character and why they're here and why they're like this. But we don't. You don't. You don't get anything. Wasn't the creative series also sick of it by the end? Yeah, and like, it did inspire probably one of the worst modern fandoms I've seen. Yeah, I really feel like we learned the least about Pomni of anybody. Because even the other characters, they tell you like a little bit about their, like, I don't know. But remember, it's also like a very, it's a very like millennial therapy speak kind of show. And I really noticed this a lot through our second watch along when I watched with you guys. But the characters really do just like stand around for long periods of time, and then they'll like be standing around or sitting down just talking about the things that make them sad for like 5 minutes at a time. Like we have this Glover-esque looking setting, and instead of like going around and being like, ooh, what's here and what's there and where can we go, the characters sit around and they talk about how sad they are. I mean, I guess instead of doing cool things, you're just sitting in my room and I'm just rocking back and forth. That's fine, I guess. Do they have sex at the end? No! There will be no sex, no happiness, no girls, only sad. They use all the jokes in the first half. Oh. They open with how sad they are. They have no other characterization. But sometimes I open with how sad I am. Do I not have any other characterization either? Hi, Hoppy Hollow, welcome in. Hi. Hi. Hope you're having a good Monday, a good menhera Monday. And no, I'm deep, and none of you guys understand my deep and esoteric writing. You'll never understand. Actually, I'm a water dragon, and I'm actually not a human. I'm actually better than the rest of you. You have to remember that. Oh, I haven't been flashbanged by any not safe for work art. That might just be your own, curated feed, my friend. You are a person, true. We are all people. Or are we? Welcome, streamer psychosis. Welcome and hi. Okay, I've always wondered that. What do they mean by that? What that mean? What do they mean by are we human or are we dancer? What does it mean to be dancer? Nobody ever explains the things I feel like need explaining. I'm actually subhuman. Oh. It's okay. You know, it's actually better to be a subhuman because it means that you can transform into like cool creatures. Dancer means you get to be Olivia in Fire Emblem Awakening. I love Olivia in Fire Emblem Awakening. Did you guys ever have Olivia marry Crom? So, I don't know what's wrong with me. I loved torturing my Crom. I really did not like Crom when I played through Fire Emblem Awakening, and I found his happy attitude a little annoying. And so, I tried to play through where Crom had no relationship stats with anybody to see what happens, because if you don't know Fire Emblem Awakening, he's like forcibly married off at like chapter 10 or something. And you usually don't have high enough rankings where someone could actually like be S rank, be marriage rank, whatever. So it just goes off of whatever his highest rank is. And so I did a playthrough where I had him talk to nobody. He stood next to no one and he did nothing, and the relationships never ranked up. And if you do that, he just marries off a random villager and you get a really bad Lucina. Like the game punishes you and you get a Lucina with like half of the capabilities of normal Lucina. So I don't really recommend that. But another thing you can do is like Olivia joins like a chapter before Crom gets married off in the story. And so what you can do is you can force a relationship C rank with her and Crom by having them like stand next to each other and have it go enough turns. And if you have no other relationship spots that he's talked to with other girls, he'll marry Olivia. And I've also done that, and that's kind of epic. I don't know. Like when I say it out loud, it sounds kind of stupid, but like, isn't it cool to have the rare Crom pairing? Oh, you had your Crom marry Sumia? Oh, that's like amateur hour stuff. My Crom married Olivia. Because I'm a cool guy. Because I'm a gamer. And you're not. You're freaking casual. Not even flirting, just like standing next to her for long enough. Well, because remember, fucking Trash Talkman, hi, remember, a lot of like attraction is based in familiarity. And so if you make her stand next to you long enough, maybe she'll start to think that you're kind of handsome, actually. Sounds kind of like eugenics. Fire Emblem loves eugenics. Plus the girls kind of love eugenics. Have you never seen girls play Sims? Those girls love eugenics, bro. You're holding a non-existent boob. Oh no, I'm trying to look like ooh, I'm like shy and I'm like tucked in on myself, you know? I often fall in love with people I stand next to for long periods of time. That sounds difficult. Do you guys really fall in love with the barista? Like if you see a cute barista, do you guys really like start to daydream about it all together? Yeah, I'm just a girly pop trying to create genetic perfection. Yeah. It's easy to fall in love with any cute girl. Oh. That's weird to think about. For like 5 minutes. And then what happens? What happens after it's over? It's just thoughts. How cute her customer service voice is. What's a good customer service voice versus bad customer service voice? Hi, Bushido is welcome. Sorry about your crushing reality, that sucks. Oh, so if a girl has no career, that's fine too? Interesting. It's just a chemical in the brain. Okay, but like, yeah, like sure, we can go the My Chemical Romance route, but also like, you can say that about anything. Bro, hunger isn't real, bro. That's just your brain signals telling you to eat food. Like, I don't know. Like, yeah, it's a chemical in the brain. But also, humans need each other and no man is an island. And we should all hold hands and be like the happy Chud Jacks. Hi Citria, and hi Nineville, welcome in, hi. It's magic and it's real and it makes you immortal. True. Can I smell your hands? Sure. Yeah, I got it updated and now my horn is broken off. As all things should be. I'm not meant to have 2 full horns. What soap do you use? I use Bath and Body Works. I use Bath and Body Works Straw Baby scent. Straw Baby shortcake scent so that I smell like a strawberry cake. Cause I think it's really good when women smell like dessert. Love is real because we are divine beings. And love is a universal force gifted to us specifically in the universe. Affirm. Type yes to affirm. Okay, so I've tried using mane and tail. And I don't know if like my hair texture doesn't like it, but I have like long hair. I have like pretty long hair. I don't really like getting haircuts. And I was surprised because instead of mane and tail like moisturizing my hair and getting rid of knots, the times I've used mane and tail conditioner, my hair is like freaking straw. Like, maybe it's called mane and tail because it turns your hair into literal straw for the horses to eat. Like it was so bad. But then I also know people that swear by that stuff. I don't know. I think I'm defective. I think I'm not meant to exist in society. Hair raffle. Ew. Oh, there was that I don't know if you guys saw, there was like a charity raffle recently where VTubers were raffling off their they were raffling off their plushies. And like some of these girls were raffling off their plushies and they were going for like several $1,000s. Would you buy a girl's used plushie for for several $1,000s? What's your upper limit for how much you would purchase for a girl's used plushie? Why were they used? Because you hug it. Because when I go to bed at night, I get Duffy Bear, my Duffy Bear plushie, and I hug him, and I put him in my arms, and then I drool on him, and then I wake up the next day. And what way were they used? The normal way! Not whatever freakazoid way you're thinking. No, they're not doing a humpathon. I tried to with plushies, I don't see the big deal. Oh, that's fine. You're probably just wired normal. I don't know. I think I just got so used to it, I feel weird not holding a plushie. A lot of times if I don't hold a plushie to sleep with at night, I'll like tuck my hands in on myself and then like cramp up my hands. Well, then I'm not buying it. Ew, why do you want girl goo on it? Ew. The sky is icky. Yeah, it's my load-bearing plushie. How big is Totodile for it to be life-sized? How large is he? Is he? I've seen the life-size Evolution plushies, and honestly, they're like too big. Like in my head, Evolutions are like the size of a cat or like a small dog breed, but they're actually like almost 3 feet tall, and that feels strange to me. I don't think Espeon should be that tall. Espeon's like a little kitty. torso sized. That's like bigger than I would have thought. It's like 2 feet. He's so big. Yeah, the evolutions are like way too big for what they are. I don't know. What I've accepted slash my cope is that like some Pokemon sizing is accurate and some of it isn't. Like they say that Charizard is like 5'7", but he can't really be 5'7". He's gotta be, I'm sorry, he's gotta be taller than that. Like, Charizard should not be taller than, or shorter than a significant amount of the human male population. Yeah, Charizard's a manlet. Ash should be 3 feet tall. He is surprisingly short. I don't know how tall Ash is supposed to be, but I feel like he's too small. Don't look about how tall is Slacking. Please. Slacking's like my favorite. Slacking Pokemon. How big are you, Slacking? Height is 6'7". 6'7". 6'7", 287 pounds. That's a fucking man's. Okay, so I was thinking about this because I've been streaming the last Deltarunes, but I don't know if I want to stream this one. Like, like I don't know if I want to do Deltarune daycare stream again. Because, like, I did notice when I streamed Deltarune last year, there were so many kids that came in. Like, and some of them would come in and they would start role-playing and I would be like, why are you role-playing? I asked the guy, I was like, why are you role-playing? And he was like, well, the other channels liked it. I'm sorry, like, sorry this is mean. Sorry, this is probably mean. I don't give a fuck about what the other channels like, okay? I don't give a fuck if you do your whole, King Asgore roleplay and every other channel. Okay? Okay, like, you can't be going everywhere doing the same bit, man. You gotta mix it up. You can't be treating every bitch like she's interchangeable, okay? Listen, bitches is a special music channel. Yeah, we got our own rules here. I don't know. Like, when somebody comes in role-playing, I just view them as like the local schizophrenic talking to themselves in the corner. Like, sure, like, I don't know, I guess you can do that. Like, yeah, we all have free will, sure. There's nothing stopping you from going on twitch.tv and being like, you know what? I'm gonna roleplay as Rousey from Deltarune, and people are gonna love it. People are gonna love it. I'm gonna be Sans. That's gonna be so cool. Everyone's gonna be so impressed. But then they be coming during like the local crackhead. Do you think so? I remember the days of Tumblr roleplay blogs. Okay, my favorite. Okay. My favorite thing was, and you still see this sometimes on like the Twitter roleplay blogs, but eventually like whatever teenager stops being able to be in character and and eventually they will start to be like, Mayano Top Gun political statement here. And I'm like, what? Mayano Top Gun wouldn't say that. You're really bad at role-playing as her. Mayano Top Gun says, and apartheid. Like, huh? Why is Mayana Top Gun saying this? Mommy! Mommy, the anime girl is OOC. and then like one mildly political statement gets traction, and then instead of it being the Sans Undertale roleplay Twitter blog thing, it becomes like Sans Undertale username, and they just talk about the same shit every other 16-year-old talks about. Why are my horse girls doing socio-political commentary? They need you. They need you to listen. You have to educate yourself now. I just think that's fascinating, and I think it's really interesting that this was something that happened back in like the early 2010 Tumblr days, and it's like still happening on Twitter. Sorry, I said Mayana Top Gun because there was actually a Twitter account I saw earlier this year that did that. Oh, yes, sorry, I forgot my favorite part. Sorry. The Mayana Top Gun roleplay Twitter account got popular and then started doing weird political takes, and then started posting their poetry, rap, something like that, and it was not very good. It was it was not good poetry. And it was really fascinating because like all their other posts had like several hundred likes, and then they started posting the slam poetry, and that got like 20 likes. I don't know. If that was you, like let's put ourselves in the shoes of Mayano Top Gun Twitter user, right? People really like when you make spicy takes. And so you go, wow, these people really like me. I think they really like me. Not Mayano Top Gun, but me. Random teenager from Wisconsin. They love me. I'm gonna get really personal with them. I'm gonna post my personal slam poetry. What do you do in the situation where you've posted your slam poetry and you can see that nobody likes it, but everybody's still liking all of your other posts? Do you leave the slam poetry up? Do you stand by your failures? Do you delete it? Do you double down? Do you post more slam poetry? What do you do? What will you do? I don't know. It's a curious thing to think about. Carter Underwood, thank you for the follow, by the way, I appreciate it. Slam poetry is like, let me see if I can get an example. It's like poetry, but written as if it's sort of like a rap, and it's also trying to make a statement, and it also often doesn't rhyme or have a particular cadence. Yeah, it's like rap with no music. So if that so if that sounds not so appealing to you, you're probably not alone. You're an average guy. A hi Turtle Man, hello. And I don't think I said you lazy. Hi. When I think about slam poetry, the first thing that comes to my mind is that episode of South Park. I checked out from South Park because I felt like the Integrity Farms thing was going on for such a long time. I would like circle back to South Park and they would still be on the fucking Integrity Farms. Have they finally moved past that? Are we finally past Integrity Farms? Or are they still milking the same joke? can be songs, can be stories. See, but that's sort of the thing. And I think that's why it makes it a little bit difficult, is like, if you have something that open-ended, you're gonna have a couple people that really know what they're doing, but like, I don't know if this is like bad or if my opinion on people as a whole is just kind of negative. I think most people need a little bit of structure. I think if you make things a little bit too open-ended and a little bit too much freedom, a lot of people, they go up there and they just like do the entertainment equivalent of like pooping their pants. Or I don't know, maybe they actually poop their pants. But like, if you just give someone like, I don't know, man, it could be like vibes, it could be like poetry, it could be like a rap, it could be like a song, it could be like anything in your artistic spirit, man. A lot of people go up there and they think they're very clever and they think they're very smart, but they're just a guy. Well, okay, I'm sorry I always give like warnings. I know they do this. I've had people get mad at me for like really basic things that I don't think you should get mad at people about. And since I don't know, people are a fucking minefield, okay? You have to remember this about other people, other humans, whatever. People are fucking minefields. So you might be like, I don't really like cigarette smell. That shouldn't be something that makes most people upset. But uh-oh, you're standing next to #1 smoker this side of the Mississippi, and he's got a bones to pick with you now. So I don't know. You never know. You never know when the like mild thing that you think is not offensive at all is actually the thing, like the thing that will make somebody detonate. I don't know. I see people die on the smallest of hills all the time, and I'm like, well, I mean, that's not a hill I would go on and die on, but you know, I'm not them. I don't know how other people think. I don't know what's gonna piss them off. Sometimes it's things so far out of left field, you're like, oh, yeah, no, I didn't know that there was somebody that passionately hated Girl Scout cookies to this degree. No, don't get me wrong. I'm not even talking about Twitter. I'm not even talking about the internet. This is just how like people are. You don't know what somebody's like MK Ultra trigger phrase is. Like, you don't know. What if I talk about Kirby Ice Dragon and it's the guy who goes, yeah, Kirby Ice Dragon, she fucking killed my grandma. You're pissing me off so bad. Stupid. Yeah, also you have to account for that sometimes people are at their fucking limit. They're at their limit and they need to blow up big and round. They need to they have to. It's their time. Sorry, I just kicked my desk. I have like a really wobbly desk because it's old. But I don't want to get a new one, but it is admittedly pretty wobbly. I'm a bit of a wobbly, gobbly, bobbly girl, you know? Being on public transit is so sad. Well, I think part of it too is like, I got very spoiled. I got very spoiled by living in Japan and experiencing really, really good public transit where like everybody behaves themselves and like the people that go on public transit are normal and they're just like living their day-to-day life. And then you go on public transit maybe somewhere in America and it just It just don't hit the same. Yeah, I had all sorts of interesting things happen in Japan. I was there once when a friend got her house broken into because her stalker decided today was the day that he was going to make them meet. And so he just opened her front door and forced himself in, and then we had to leave and call the police. You know, like living in a foreign country is such an adventure. You were there? Yes, also it was my birthday. So I went to my friend's house for my birthday. We literally sang happy birthday like around the cake. And then her stalker came in and broke into the house, and then we had to go run away. And like call the police. And the police arrested him and then let him go because they were like, oh, well, he didn't have any weapons on him, so we can't say that anything bad was going to happen. And then she had to move halfway across the country, and then I didn't get to hang out at her house anymore. Happy birthday! Yeah, that was a really good birthday. Did you experience Ekuhara? Yes. A lot of times. But I think also, like, if you're an alone young woman thing in any foreign country, you're going to experience stuff like that. No, I mean, don't get me wrong. So, like, here's the thing. Japan is not like, it's not like it's the most dangerous place on earth, but it's also not like literally heaven that you see weeaboos describe it as. You have to remember it's just a place, and there are good people and there are bad people everywhere, and there are good people and there are crazy people everywhere. But I would still say it was probably more good than bad. Even considering some of the crazy stuff. Yeah, there are all sorts of crazy people. Crazy people do all kinds of things. It's just kind of how large populations of people happen. I love being in Japan, but there's no shortage of complaints I can come up with. Yeah, especially if you are a foreigner, there's a lot of things literally not made for you. And that's fine, you know? But there were definitely a lot of things when I was living in Japan that I felt very frustrated by. Okay, but what we're gonna get at is Place Japan is unfortunately real. It's not a meme. It's not an exaggeration. Like, probably the middle of nowhere Japan is more fun than the middle of nowhere Oklahoma. And you probably have more things to do. Hi, welcome in. No, I live in the US now, which is why my Japanese is so bad. I'm trying to relearn it again though, but it sucks because I realize like how much kanji I've forgotten. Languages, unfortunately, as they say, use it or lose it, and so if you're not literally thinking in that language and using it all the time, no. It's gonna go bye-bye. No, I never went to Shinjuku at night or anything like that. I tried to stay away from any of the, like, shady areas. Not like Japan is super dangerous, but like, I don't know. You might as well at least not try to ask for trouble. I liked to go to Omotesando, which was kind of the, I don't know, like upscale next to Harajuku kind of place. Didn't meet any Yakuza. So what I found personally is that a lot of Yakuza are more so in like small town parts of the country. But also they're, I don't know, they're not super like aggressive with people. Like, if they don't have any issues with you, they're probably just gonna be a regular guy. What do I have to do to get into the Yakuza? Do you know Japanese? Are you Japanese? My realistic answer is live in a small town and integrate yourself deeply within the community and hang out at a lot of bars. And maybe make friends with some weird older guys. Yeah, but I don't know, you might just you might just end up making friends that way. Even the mafia is better in Japan, I'm sorry. It's all, yeah. I will say at the very least that's true. Can't I just kill someone? Ugh. No finesse. No nuance. I mean, technically, yeah. I mean, this is your life. You can do whatever you want at least once. Do you ever like do you ever get those thoughts where you're like holding a needle and you're like, I could push this needle into my eyeball right now and just scoop it out? You know, like, you can do anything once. It doesn't mean that you can do it again. You could make a light novel out of that. I wouldn't mind that. You know, that might be a good light novel. Don't let the intrusive thoughts win. But what if it's actually really cool? Have you ever considered that? Like, what if it's actually cool? Like, what if it's actually good? Death with heights. I don't really like being up high at all, I've realized. Like, when I was younger, I went into a lighthouse once, and I felt overwhelmed by how tall it was. I just, like, sat. I, like, went to the top of the stairs of the lighthouse, and I just, like, sat down because it seemed too high up. I don't even think it was that high up. I've been into like Tokyo Skytree. I didn't like that very much. It's really cool to be up that high. I just don't like it. I don't think I'm meant to be up high. I could totally just fall to my death here. I know, I can't stop thinking about it. Or like, what if you're in a structure that's supposed to be really strong and really tall, and then you're the guy that it fails on? Like, what if, yeah, what if today's the day it happens? Because, you know, like, the thing with everything, sorry, I probably am especially bad about this because I watch a lot of, like, plane crash breakdowns, and read about stuff like that. And so, everything has a failure point. Like, every structure, every vehicle has a point at which it no longer functions the way it's supposed to. So I don't know, you could be the guy that when you go into the submarine, it just implodes on itself. You could be the guy that when you go onto an airplane, the door falls off the airplane. I don't know. Sure, it's statistically small, but it's not statistically zero. It could happen. I'm not being unreasonable. But welcome to Deliberate Confusion. Hi! Hope you're having a good menhera Monday. Yeah, that could be you! Anyways, they should give me, like... I really want to, like, travel. I would like to visit places again one day. But I need them to give me, like, sedatives for airplanes. I think in an ideal situation, I probably won't ever go inside of a submarine either. Or a helicopter. Don't ever go in a helicopter unless your life is literally in danger. Your odds of being killed by a guinea pig are small but never zero. Have guinea pigs killed people? How could it kill people? Does it have like rabies or something? THU, unfortunately. I got the big cray cray. That's why people get drunk at the terminal. Alcohol doesn't do enough for me. Flux, I welcome in. Hi. We're having a menhera Monday together. Infection. I love being infected. Well, it's because, okay, when you think about it, an airplane is designed essentially like a mechanical bird, right? And there's also a whole bunch of like failure and backup processes, and this is actually a huge one. Airplanes are flying generally, especially commercial aircraft, at much higher altitudes. And the more altitude you have, the more time you have, basically, if stuff starts failing. Helicopters have no, they have no aerodynamic capabilities. Once that shit stops spinning, it's over for you. It can't fly on its own. It can't do anything by itself. Stop spinning, you crash, and that's the end. Yeah, no time, all falling. Yeah, and generally when you hear about helicopters, it's gonna just be people dying. Yeah. The auto rotation can save you. I think again though, a lot of it comes down to like how much time you have away from the ground, because if you can't get things to restart and you're only like a couple hundred feet above the ground, it's over. It's over, unfortunately. Bang, 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 bang. Yeah, sometimes your propellers explode. Sometimes propeller explodes. People have literally landed planes like in the middle of the ocean, in the middle of like the sea. Like there is a lot that you can save an airplane with. And I say this as somebody that's really, really afraid of airplanes. Leave auto sub to Zuzu enabled. Accidentally get into a defective helicopter. Do not get into the helicopter. Do not step into a helicopter. Did you know that in New York City they have like Uber, but for helicopters, and you could just take a helicopter Uber to a different part of the city. People live so young and free. I also tend to take sleeping pills if I go on airplanes. But like, sometimes it doesn't work and I still get freaked out. Thank you for the 4 months resub. Please don't get into the helicopter, please. Yeah, it's not my tax bracket. No, sorry. I'm like not even in the McDonald's tax bracket though. I'm like in the destitute on the corner tax bracket. It's chill. It's fine. I'm cool with it. I've made my peace with it. I still got I got gyoza at home. I got some boba. You know, it's fine. We make do. I think they fly planes close to the land instead of going across a certain sea in case it crashes in the middle of the ocean. So what they do for because yeah, you're wrong that generally they want to prevent as much time on the water as possible, because if you need to do an emergency landing, it's a lot easier to do an emergency landing like where there's land, you know? So if you, for example, fly from LAX to Tokyo, you would think that they just go straight across, but they actually go up and around because the equator is wider than the top of the earth is. And also, in case of emergency, it's easier to land somewhere like Alaska than I don't know, hope that there's some island in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. I don't know, maybe there's some land somewhere. Maybe we can make this work. There's a spot where nothing can reach you, so I assume they don't fly over there. What's a spheroid? Oh! Wait, is this how the Earth is not a perfect sphere? It's actually like a little bit lumpy and stuff. Okay, but like 12-hour flight is actually not that bad. Especially for a direct flight to the other side of the planet, not that bad. A sphoid. we got foids, we got moids, we got sphoids, we got so many. It's a fat guy named Lloyd. Oh my god, Lloyd Mother. Wow. This is Mother Earthbound reference. Point Nemo. I don't know about Point Nemo. Is that where like nothing can reach you? Sorry, this reminds me. So you know there's that one really famous Malaysia crash. Is it Flight 370? The really famous one where they've never been able to locate the airplane. Yeah, Malaysian Airlines Flight 370. So one of the things that confuses people about that particular air crash, sorry, we're talking about airplane crashes, is that whoever was flying it managed to like stay just out of people's not airways, I guess airways, so that they wouldn't be detected on any radar. And then that's part of why nobody really knows where they crashed, because they didn't really ping anybody's radar. I think they're trying to make progress on locating where it went by using like satellite imagery, but yeah, sneaky. The Earth is a bit wide and a bit south heavy. Oh my god, the Earth is pear-shaped. What the heck? The Earth is bottom heavy too? Is that what gravity does? Sorry, I feel like a stupid child sometimes. Is it heavier on the bottom because the gravity makes more heavier on bottom than on top? I'm sorry, we're having science class. Gravity points to the center. I think we made God mad when we got the ability to fly. I don't really think we're meant to be flying. There's no bottom in space. What? What do you mean there's no bottom? But then how do you know where things are, like directionally? If there's no bottom and there's no top and there's no left and there's no right, how do you know where things are? It's a sphere in a vacuum, but even in a sphere, there's a top part of the sphere and a bottom part of the sphere. All directions are arbitrary. Well, sure, everything is arbitrary, but we still use them so that we can identify things. Ay, caramba. Don't worry about it, kitten. No, I need to visualize the apple in my head right now. It's not the bottom, it's the South Pole. Well, that's functionally the bottom. I've decided that is the bottom. I'm God now, and I'm deciding for all of us. Okay? With no reference points, the top and bottom of a sphere are indistinguishable. Well, yeah, but that's why we gotta make reference points. I did go on a hike once. I went on a hike by myself. I like went for this really like, I want to be a nature girl and I want to go on hikes and I'm gonna go exploring the world around me, right? And so I went on this hike by myself. and I got really scared because I noticed that after a while I was just walking in a circle and I was not finding the part of the map that I was looking for, but I also like couldn't find my way back, so I just kept walking in a circle until finally something in my brain clicked. But I got like really thirsty before I started properly identifying where I was going. Isn't nature fun? Nature's beautiful. It was also a lot hotter than I was hoping. But maybe it's just because I was trying to go for like a little hour-long walk and it turned out to be like a 3-hour-long walk. That's fine, that's cool. We have legs and they're meant to be walked with. Every time someone's like, this person went camping and they mysteriously vanished into thin air, and then people will be like, oh my god, this is so mysterious. This is probably the work of aliens, bro. Like, it is so easy to get lost. Even on like little paths. If you put just enough shrubbery, people can and will get lost. It's just going to happen. Mystery solved. Here, I'll solve every mystery for you. They all died, did. We rotate around the sun, so one side of the elliptoid is the bottom. Wait, first I thought it was a spheroid, and now it's an elliptoid? Which one is it? Which are we talking? Homeless chupacabra. I remember once getting really scared. I lived in the Pacific Northwest for a little bit, right? And so I would go on a lot of walks. I did get really scared one day and I felt bad because I was walking and this guy showed up and he had like no shirt, dirty hair, no shoes. But he was just like a Pacific Northwest guy, but the vibes were scary. Like, he wasn't homeless. He was just really in touch with nature. I haven't seen it anywhere else, but when I used to live in the Pacific Northwest, I would literally see people go on walks, like hiking trails, no shoes. And you know, like, I don't trust the world around me enough for that. You know, my appetite for potential danger and things that can get stabbed into my foot, it's a little bit low. But I guess for other people, it's a really beautiful experience. Yeah, my feet are my shoes, bro. You know, the ancient humans, they didn't even have shoes, bro. We just walked until we couldn't. Oh, there's also apparently, if you are a barefoot maxer kind of guy and you don't wear shoes for too long, apparently your feet start to spread out and it's hard for you to wear shoes anymore. Imagine stepping on that one random twig and impaling your foot 3 miles from your car. That's what I'm saying! You're always gonna step on stuff when you least expect it. I like get splinters in my own home. So, like if that's indoors and I'm still getting stuff stuck in my feet, I do not trust. I do not trust what's outside. They probably did have shoes, even if just shitty fur ones. I know that if we look back to ancient societies, a lot of them, I think they were making shoes out of like leather and stuff. I think people like wearing shoes, actually. How do you know I got fuzzy slippers? Bro, who told you? You're not supposed to know about that. Oh, you're not watching me pick up my Uber Eats, are you? Oh man, my hair wasn't even washed. Do they smell? Hang on, let me check. No, they don't really smell like anything, sorry. Yeah, I feel like that's probably a really big disappointment for you. Do they happen to be pickle shaped? That's really specific. No. That was him. Whoa. Well, I think a lot of people are sorry, I'm a little philosophical. I think a lot of people are like looking for the answer. And for them, looking for the answer might mean eating raw meat only. And for another guy, the answer might be like, oh, I just need to be walking around barefoot everywhere. And this is really what's gonna turn my life around. This is what's gonna make me a new guy. And you know, we can sit here and be like, well, obviously not. Probably if you eat raw meat, I don't know, it'll probably hurt your stomach. It's probably not gonna be the life-changing experience you're hoping that it is. Like, you know, I've fallen for it too. I remember I had a period of my life where I was like, I need to be using shampoo bars. I don't know, I just thought the idea of a bar of shampoo being really, really cool. It sounds cool. What if I just rub the bar of shampoo on my hair and I have the most beautiful hair I've ever had before? But that's not what happened. It kind of just made my hair really waxy. It just made my hair really waxy and honestly worse. Dried meat's technically raw. Is it fine then because all the moisture is gone? I need to be a Stone Age shampoo bar guy so I can be a new guy. This is what's gonna turn it all around, man. Don't damage your hair like that. I think it's fine. Also, that was many years ago. You know, we're just always looking, we're always looking for the answer. I was in line at a convention once, and the girl next to me was like, trying to sell me on the no shampoo thing while I could see her hair and the effects of what of what no shampoo does. Because thank you for the follow, by the way, I appreciate it. The effects of most people, if they don't use any shampoo for anything, is that your hair gets really greasy. Like, really, really greasy. And I'm not saying you should wash your hair every day either. Most people don't need to do that, but I think unpopular opinion. Alright, sit down for this one. I think most people should take showers. Most people benefit from washing themselves and the various parts of their body, including their head, their buttocks, maybe the front butt also. They could benefit from that. Susan, look what it did for my hair. And I'm like, yeah, looks great. Looks great, sweetie. You look so good. You've never looked better. Girls smell. Okay, Girl smell is only good for the one girl that you like, though. You don't want to be smelling girl smell at, like, the grocery store. Like, if you want to smell your girl smell, you know, that's your business. Once it becomes a, like, public nuisance, I think everybody has to die. Sorry, that's extreme. I think if you smell bad, they have to kill you. I'm sorry. It's the law. I don't make the laws. Kill every last one of them. Everybody, just the stinky ones. But you know, like, I do feel for the people that have, like, medical levels of stink. Because there is a level of stink that once you get so stinky, your brain becomes numb to it. It becomes numb. Okay, one thing that I think different people might have different definitions of what clean means, is what I'll say. Hey, welcome in, Netcha Michael. Hi! I don't know. I don't become stinky, I just become more beautiful. The air conditioning doesn't really reach my room, so when I close my room and it's summertime, I get a little bit sweaty while I'm streaming. You don't mind when a girl's a little sweaty, right? Okay, yeah, that's Korea. I will say, if you go on a Tokyo subway and it's summertime and it's rush hour, you're gonna smell people. You will get a whiff of someone, and it's not gonna be pleasant. Describe the smell. Kind of like piss, I guess. Yeah, it's kind of a... Yeah. I didn't believe you when you said that salarymen smell like pee, but it was true. What can I say? I don't try to tell you lies. If any lie occurs, that is accidental and not my fault. Why are you sniffing me? Don't sniff there. Look, I showered today. One girl I knew was complaining that she stinks because she was sweaty that one time. I actually thought that she smelled nice. That means that you probably liked her. That means you probably liked her. Last time I showered before this was on Saturday. I try to shower like every, I don't know, couple days. Every 2 or 3 days. What can I say? I am a truth sayer. I don't like to lie to people. I feel bad because I really wanted to play Among Us with everybody on Saturday, but I couldn't do it. Nobody got to see how bad I am at Among Us. I'm so bad at Among Us. I might be worst Among Us player of all time. I don't know how people, like, make shit up. Like, if you're in Among Us and you kill a guy, and then people ask where you were, what the fuck do you say? What do you say? There's no good answer. Maybe you should just say that you killed them every time. I queued him. Where were you during the murder? I was doing it. I was queuing him. Do people still do Bohemian Rhapsody? Or have we moved on? Do the Zoomers have a new anthem? It's sort of like, I was thinking about this the other day. What happened to all those guys that were like everywhere on the internet and like every anime convention, and their whole bit was just like, you just lost the game. Yeah, I said it. Like, you used to see that kind of guy quite often. Where'd he go? They got shot. What the hell? They took them all out back. The game ended. What the heck? It's over? Pepper Wolf, welcome in and thank you for the 9 months resub. That's a whole VTuber baby. Thank you. Do you think everybody won the game, or do you think everybody lost the game? A friend and I legit got booed singing that at karaoke. I'm sorry, man. It's a sign of the times. Yeah, I gave birth to you. It was kind of freaky. They came out like fully grown too. It was scary. Nobody won, it just ended. At least we can't lose anymore. But that also means you can't win. It's like when you're in an unwinnable tic-tac-toe match. Oh, you're right. No, I don't want to be mommy. Can't somebody else be mommy? I'm not good at it. I'm not good at it. Can I like... Can I like do something else? Can't you be mommy? I don't know. You're probably better at it than I am. Baby's getting Dr. Pepper. Yeah, sorry, that's all we got on the menu for baby. The times are 2007. Even back in 2007, people were booing Bohemian Rhapsody off the stage. Damn. Maybe they just didn't like your singing. Wait, we need to consider this. Maybe your stage presence isn't very good and your karaoke made people sad. Gives baby Mountain Dew and rots their one tooth. Ah, they're growing another one in. Ah, they'll get another one. They don't need it. I think they were booing us personally. Oh. That sucks. Maybe they just didn't like you. That's rough. I'm sorry. See, this is why I've never gone to a karaoke bar. I really truly think karaoke needs to be in a small room, alone by yourself, where nobody else can look at you. This is the only way you can do karaoke. Part of why karaoke works when I do it here is like, I'm here and then you're on the other side of the screen and you can't see me. Karaoke is meant to have sex in. Oh man, I messed this up. Okay, I'll write this one down. I keep messing this up. Sings, gets booed as a person. Look, man, it happens. I would throw peanuts at you. Is throwing peanuts like a good thing or a bad thing? Is it throwing peanuts like throwing tomatoes? Because tomatoes is like a bad thing. What also doesn't happen in real life. It was one of those things that I got shown a lot in like cartoons, people throwing tomatoes. But in real life, they don't really throw tomatoes at you. I've done drunken karaoke, but I would never do it at a karaoke bar. Because I know the second I get up there, I'm gonna go like goo goo gaga mode and be like, hi, my name is Susu, and this is what we're gonna sing today. And then it would be like that for 4 minutes. So, I don't know. I'm not really built. I'm not really built for that. I'm trying to have a stutter and convey having an anxious moment. Not everything is about naughty things. Can you whistle? A little bit. Not very good. If you went to a karaoke bar and the guy on stage ripped ass into the mic, what would you do? Cry. Leave. I don't know. I don't really like when people pass gas. Has your, like, older relative ever passed gas and you're like, ah, disgusting? I don't know, I guess I just can't ever get past the, like, disgusting. I'd sanitize the mic. Can you burp on command? No. I've tried, it just kind of makes me, feel like I need to throw up. Sang a Michael Jackson song. Did people like that? What's like the good stuff to sing? What's like the crowd pleasers? Because it seems like Queen, overdone. Joji, that's a little, you're that kind of guy. Can you smile on command? No, I've never smiled. My grandma would fart all the time anywhere. Did anyone ever ask her about it, or do you just like accept it when it's your grandma? A Wonderwall, Freebird, Piano Man. Do they all have to be like that? If you don't, Journey. Do they all have to be from this like specific time period? Do they all have to be like before the year 1995? Sing Weezer. Once you get past 70, you can just fart wherever and no one can question you. Yeah, but do you like that? Or do you just like, have you just like accepted it's going to happen? Emo music does okay? I guess so. Well, yeah, because millennials are all old now. Okay, can the millennials stop being embarrassing? Rather fart than have a stomach ache. What? What are you saying? Or are you saying that's their mentality? That's scary. That's frightening. I don't want people to be going around farting everywhere. You tell them that. I'm trying, man, okay? The shit millennials are doing sometimes, I'm like, stop it! Stop it. You're embarrassing all of us right now. Shut the fuck up about Gryffindor. Stop it. Stop talking like that. Well, yeah, if you don't go for too long, you get like impacted on the inside and then you literally die. You're sounding a lot like a Slytherin right now. I'm very curious. What's wrong with Gryffindor? It's just, you know, it's had its moment in the sun. And I know that we live in this sick little circular culture where everything like comes back to themselves and they're like, look, the nostalgia. You loved this 20 years ago. You like it now too, right? You liked Persona 4 when it came out the first 2 times. Please buy it again. Your affection, your affection. Yeah, the Black Parade is really popular for karaoke. I even had people sing that one when I was doing karaoke in the little karaoke boxes. The people love being Gerard Way. They all want to be him. I never paid attention to Valhalla. Was it any good? It looked, I don't know, it just didn't look like something I would care about. Just make another Mega Man that isn't classic. You want something new? Oh, greedy, greedy little boy. You think they're gonna make something new for you? That's silly. That's cute. Sorry, bud. Remakes forever. I don't think anything really made after the PlayStation 2 came out needs a remake in general. Like, I don't know. I feel like if you can't play a PlayStation 2 game, it might be over for you. Yeah. I don't know how you do anything. I just don't really think we need to be modernizing things from the PlayStation 2 Xbox era. Your nipples are showing, actually. Actually, your nipples are showing, and it's really awkward because we can all see it through your, like, polo shirt, and they're, like, really puffy. They're really obvious. And your chest hair is showing? Bro, button that up. Sorry to know all about your secrets. Hi Andy, welcome in. I hope you're having a good menhera Monday. I'm menhera. My nipples are always hard and pointing through my shirt. Have you ever thought about a bra? Okay, do you think, as a guy, it's more humiliating if your nipples are always pointy? Or would it be more humiliating if, like, people knew that you were wearing something to prevent them from poking out? Like what would go over worse in guy culture? Would pasties work? Yeah, maybe you could get some pasties. I think the prevention is more humiliating. The bra. Okay, well, it doesn't have to be like a bra. You could wear, like, I don't know, like a tank top. I did actually have a coworker that went, I like the chest hair poking out of your collar. Very manly. Damn! Was it a girl or a boy? You're entering cross-dressing area. But what if you go, no, guys, I'm not cross-dressing, okay? I just don't like it when everybody sees my pointy nipples. Is that gay to not want men looking at your pointy nipples? I don't know, that seems straight to me, actually. Yes. Oh. I'll never understand the minds of men. Funnily enough, yes. Never hide your pecs, bro, but what if I don't want to see it? Nipples, I don't know, they're just... Put them away, bro! Cover it up, slut. I just think, sometimes I see it, I'm like, I don't want to. You aren't even supposed to think about what other guys are looking at. Since the expectation is that they'll only be looking at other girls. Really? But don't guys get bullied by other guys? That's not even true. That's just like, okay, you know how people always tell you like, don't worry, sweetie. No one's ever gonna make fun of you because nobody's ever paying attention to you that much. Like, yes, they are. People are crazy and they will pay attention to random shit that you're doing and then be like, why are you doing that? It doesn't have to make sense. No, everything has to make sense and I have to be able to slot it accordingly into like specific categories. I have to be able to put things in categories or I get really, really mad. When you do it, it's gay. Oh man. This is so difficult. I don't know how you guys do all this. Hi Slug though, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Monday. I don't deeply remember the people I've seen do weird stuff in public. I do. And so I assume that everyone else remembers also. Also, I once had a... I don't know, I think I'm like a magnet sometimes, and I've also mentioned this before, but I had this grocery store I had to stop going to that I was living close to, which kind of sucked. But I stopped going there because there was this one worker there that like on multiple occasions I would go to the self-checkout line and she would come up to me and be like, wow, I guess you forgot to style your hair today. Like, who does that? Like one time I went in there after I was having like a really bad mental breakdown and she was like, wow, you look like you're having a rough day. Same woman! Who does that? So like, I don't know. Like, sure, theoretically in a perfect world, nobody's paying attention to you. But sometimes they are. Sometimes they are and they're insane about it. So like, what can you do? He got it, welcome in, hi. But you know, like you have to expect that a certain number of the population is just gonna be like that. What a coincidence, I also showered today. Wow, we're all so clean. We're so scrub-a-dub-dub in the tub today. Women are legally allowed to fight. Is that women fighting? Was she trying to fight me? Was I supposed to square up? I just like don't say anything in situations like that because what are you supposed to say? Yes. Oh man, but I don't like fighting people. She was looking for a hair pulling match. I'm not a good person to have a hair pulling match with. I don't even really like multiplayer video games. I get stressed out during those. Last time I shit one of my professors did, I once had a mental breakdown in class, and they decided to publicly address me in front of the whole class and confronted me about it. What the hell? What's wrong with that person? That's insane. I hope that they are living a life of eternal damnation. I feel like my craziest professor was, okay, had this like really granola type professor, and we were reading like the classics, right? Like we were reading books from like the 1800s and stuff. and she would get mad if you had like a digital copy of the book and not like a physical copy of the book. And I was like, lady, Walden is from like the 18 whatevers. I'm not gonna buy a physical copy of freaking Walden. I can pull that shit up online now. Sorry. But she would get really mad at people, and she prohibited any technology from being in the classroom, and then she would also deduct points if you didn't have the book on you. That sucks. It sucks that sometimes the people in positions like that, they really use it to their advantage and to everyone else's disadvantage. I'm very non-confrontational. I guess I'm a bit like, I guess I'm a bit like Ragatha Digital Circus. If you really think about it. You know, I just don't really like to upset people very much. I just would rather they smile instead of being mad. And what if today's the day that when you're really nice to the person that's really mean, what if today's the day that they decide to stop being mean? Have you guys ever considered that? Maybe someone's just not been nice to them enough times. And Ragatha Digital Circus has to be the one to do it. Yeah, today's gonna be the day! Surely. They'll stop. Yeah, what if tomorrow's the day that they shoot up the place, and then they spare you because you were always nice to them? I do wonder. I don't know, are any of you guys evil? Sorry, I feel like that's probably like a loaded question. Do any of you have like evil in your hearts? When somebody is really nice to you when you're being evil, does it ever make you stop and go like, oh, maybe I shouldn't be mean to people? Or do they not think about that? Or there's the other alternative. If you're angry enough at the world around you, do you like not even notice when people are trying to be nice? Like is your mind so mind broken that then you start to see all interactions as mean, and so you feel like you have to be mean? Probably don't notice, sorry. I'm really trying to I'm really trying to get into the mindscape of being a Jack's Digital Circus. Most people that far gone see nice as fake. Oh, I have seen that mentioned before. But okay, I guess, okay, so like my whole thing with that is like, if we go off the assumption that niceness is either fake or it's weakness, but it makes things move more smoothly, why does that matter? I don't know, maybe I'm just built wrong. Like, I would rather my interactions with other people go nice than for it to be like frustrating and challenging all the time. Yeah, you don't have to be honest to be nice. You don't have to be dishonest in order to be nice either. You can just like choose to make this interaction glide instead of be really, really bumpy. Your own psyche. True, I do own my own psyche. True. Oh, people are so complicated. I get an eerie feeling that someone's pretending to be nice to me. Yeah, but like, I guess if the barista is pretending to be nice to you, I sort of don't really care. Like, I don't know. I think it's I think it's nice. Well, I kind of do live in a cave and I kind of don't really talk to people in real life. I was thinking I'm sorry. Remember Lulu talks about her life day. I was thinking of joining, I don't know. I have to like go through with it. I was thinking of maybe joining a support group in my area just so that I can talk to other people a little bit. um so that's the level I'm at. I don't know about you guys. That's my cave dwelling level at the moment. Yeah, well, it's like I'm sure for those people that do feel guarded and cynical, um, I'm sure they don't see it as work at all. I'm sure for them it's like they just think that's how they have to live life. Ooh, a reading group would be fun, but then you have to do homework. What do you do if you don't read for the reading group? Do they kick you out? Do you think you could successfully LARP? maybe you could just like LARP that you've read that part of the book and you're like, yeah, I thought that was really interesting. What happens last chapter? Then build Gundams. Yeah, but Gundams are ugly, and I feel bad, okay? Because I know a lot of people really like Gundam. I've even seen, like, the Hello Kitty Gundams. And it's just, like, aesthetically not the sort of things that I'm drawn to. She tries but doesn't always finish 3 books in a month. Well, I guess part of it is just the social. Like, I think it's important for people to have, like, social activities together and, like, vaguely do something together. I unironically think part of that is why the whole friend swap thing is big at the moment. It's 'cause it's like a low stress, low stakes, easy to understand activity that like you could put almost any group of people together and they could do it and presumably have fun. Yeah, having a shared activity is huge. It doesn't really matter how boring that shared activity is. Yeah, card games are a really good way. I've seen people try to go out and make friends. Unfortunately, I have the hater genes inside of me, and I've tried like so many different TCGs. I just don't like card games. I just don't care about card games. If you like card games, that's great. Happy for you. I've never been able to make myself enjoy them at all, though. I legit lost 5+ friends when I quit an MMO. It was just the glue keeping things together. I think a lot of things are like that. Where it's like you have one common thing really keeping you together, and once that's no longer the case, sometimes a friendship reaches the end. You know what? Even talking to your brother is a good thing, though. I have a lot of days where I like don't talk to anybody, so I think anybody you get to talk to is good. Yeah, but have you tried generic card game? It changes everything by keeping everything the same and cliche. Whoa, I've never tried that. That sounds really, really good. Ever have someone who can't let shit go? Yeah, it happens. Well, and I feel bad because I'm sure for a lot of people it's like they kind of want to I don't know, it sounds weird in the sense of friendship. They wanna, like, rekindle the friendship spark. But also I feel like a lot of people that do that, they'll be like, "Hey, what have you been up to?" And, like, I don't know what to say to that. If someone came up to you and they were like, "What have you been up to lately?" And, like, the last time you spoke to them was, I don't know, 3 years ago. What are you supposed to say? Job you have? Nothing. Jack it off! like, what do you say? I'm the friendship resparker one, but I gave it up. Yeah, it sucks, but I think a lot of times you have to just accept that it's over. That plus random hobby, then small talk. You're so good at this. Guys, this guy, I think this guy might be an expert. I'm curious what my high school peeps are up to. I'm scared of everybody. I think everybody should think of me as like a ghost. I should be like in the ether, and you should be like, oh, I wonder what Zuzu's doing. She's so mysterious. I think if I keep it mysterious, it's gonna be a lot better than if they know what I'm actually doing with my time. Then fail or succeed, it's all the same. So true. You know, that too is very amazing digital circus. Because just like life, amazing digital circus is about how nothing matters, and it doesn't matter if you did everything right or did everything wrong, because in the end we all kill ourselves and nothing matters and has any impact. That's what Gooseworks told me. Thank you, Gooseworks. Amazing digital circus. I finally know what to do. I love you guys. I'm glad that we got to hang out today. I'm glad that we're sitting in my room while I rock back and forth and be the most annoying person possible. I always get really nervous whenever I have those like multi-day stress headaches. And then I'm like, well, yeah, I bet everybody hates me. You know what? Like after 3 days, I'm like, you know what? It's probably good. They're probably all glad that I'm not there now. They're probably happier now that I'm headache and can't do anything. It's better this way. I don't know, it's just how my brain works. But actually I have a lot of fun with you guys, and it's actually really fun to get to talk to all of you. I am probably gonna leave though. I just wanted to chat and catch up. Yay, I love debilitating head pain. Okay, so for me what it is like the freaking forehead muscles in my forehead are overworked from the amount I've spent in my life sobbing and crying and being generally stressed about things. But since I messed up last week and I didn't really get to hang out with people, on Thursday, me and Ume are going to do our Nintendo 64 collab. I'm so mad it didn't get to happen last week, but it will happen this week. we'll get to play Nintendo 64 together. It's gonna be really fun. Also because Ume, I don't think has played a lot of like those N64 party games. So I get to kind of be like big sister showing her. I get to be big sister Zuzu, show her how to play Mario Party and lose your mind. What has Ashley been going for? 5 hours? No, you do the hand destroying mini games. Everyone has streamed as long as I have. Wait, let's read Monkey. She's been going for like an hour and a half. But yeah. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. I will hopefully see you guys soon. I want to play more Fire Emblem. I'm sort of John Fire Emblem recently, but it's been sort of exciting because I've been noticing more VTubers playing Fire Emblem, and I think this is a very good thing because I think I think girls would like Fire Emblem if they haven't tried it yet because it's very good to move your little guys around and then see what they think of each other. What a fantastic concept for a video game. Yeah, we're gonna read Monkey. I will see you all again very, 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 very soon, okay? Love you!